The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have an interesting situation brewing in their backfield. Throughout the 2023 season, Rachaad White was their undisputed guy, with little legitimate competition for work behind him. He finished the season with 272 carries for 990 yards and 6 touchdowns. Where he really made a difference was through the air. He caught 64 passes for 549 yards and another 3 scores. He finished as a top-flight running back for fantasy in all formats, but obviously those numbers confirm his efficiency wasn't great. Fast forward to 2024, and White now has serious competition for snaps and touches that is cutting into his workload. Of course, he'd be the guy if he was a better runner between the tackles, but he didn't do that well in 2023, and through 3 weeks this year, he's been even worse. White is averaging a measly 2.1 yards per carry, among the worst in the NFL. He's pacing similarly as a receiver with 12 catches through 3 games, but that's not going to get it done when he's handling nearly 6 carries fewer per game and doing less with the carries he's getting. Now, he did pick up a groin injury in week 2 that possibly has hampered him for the past couple of weeks, but the fact remains that even if he gets back to 100% health, Bucky Irving has carved out a role for himself and isn't going anywhere. Irving was likely a very popular waiver wire ad going into week 4, and for good reason. The rookie back has been far more efficient than White as a runner, totaling 25 carries through 3 weeks for 154 yards, good for over 6 yards per carry. As long as that continues, White will cede work to Irving. Irving did struggle in week 2 against a Lions defense that has been elite at stopping the run so far, but he showed off explosiveness and big playability in the Bucs' other 2 contests. So, what do you do if you have one or both of these backs? If you have White, I think you have to start him for one more week. The Bucs face the Eagles in week 4, who were dominant on defense in week 3, but are still allowing over 130 rushing yards per game, which is bottom 10 in the league. They've also given up 12 receptions to running backs so far, so it's not hard to see White finish with 3 or 4 catches in this contest, which boosts his value. For all of the good Irving has done as a runner, he's still way behind White as a receiver. Consider White an RB3 this week with less than ideal chances to score a touchdown. The Eagles haven't allowed a running back to find pay dirt through 3 games this year. If you grabbed Irving, we can't fire him up just yet, but he absolutely remains a hold. His availability for week 4 is trending in the wrong direction after missing practice Thursday, but it's still possible he plays. He could be limited, though, in this game as a result, but regardless of how things go for Irving, he'll be on the flex radar for week 5 if White struggles yet again. This game is White's chance to reclaim some value if Irving is less than 100%. If he fails, Irving could be a guy to start even on a short week in week 5. Let's continue to keep an eye on practice reports and, of course, game performance for both backs this week.